Okay, Coach, historic Lambeau Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions.
Blue 60! Rebound.
He's coming. We got double up.
32!
Mike 6! You gonna see me in your nightmares, son! You gonna see
40
me!
got! 40 got!
Hey, check Mike 6!
Hey, Alpha!
It's on field.
Stafford on first down. It's complete to Jones. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
22!
To throw is Stafford. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11.
Alert! Bravo!
It's just me and you. Mike 6! Silver.
Hey, 54!
Check Mike 6! Go!
Stafford now to throw. Jones has it. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
First down, Lions.
And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Hey, check Mike 6!
Double right!
Mike 6! And I'm coming up to you!
On first down, Stafford here. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So it can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Double right!
They'll run it now out of the gun. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Like that! 280! 50-50!
Let's bring it!
11!
Hey, check Mike 6!
Small!
Mike 6! Let's go, D!
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9.
day, dog.
The shotgun snap for Stanford. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a fourth down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Rodgers will bring the Pack up with a first and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Hey, check 26.
Hey, Mike 51.
Coaching spell.
Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Good job, D. Good job, D.
The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
49, check 49, check 49.
Check 30.
Looking to throw on second down. Rodgers. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Come on, baby. Let's go. Get inside. Let's go. Let's go. Stop.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Rodgers now on first down. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Kill.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Rodgers now on first down. Open man, Gronkowski complete. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
He's checking crap.
Hey, 70.
Watch the shit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Throwing on third down, Stanford. Forced out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice and it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
You think you gonna get this? Run, right! You think you gonna get this? Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Slam. Pilot, 64, weak.
A give running right is Chubb. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Notice 50. Hey, you block over here. Come get some. Come on here. Run. He'll want it.
On first down, Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Whip. Watch the whip. 26. General, can I get it?
Now Rodgers. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 33-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game.
Motion.
A run for Nick Chubb. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
At the 3-yard line. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
258. Easy. I'm clear. I'm coming after you. Watch this again.
They'll try and pound it in with Dillon. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
To me, that's a terrific run on 1st and goal at the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
On 2nd down now, Dillon. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Crosby with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Undercrush. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check three. Check three.
Turning two. Going hot. Mike, six. Here we go. Going hot.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That second down play nets a -4.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
The Lions on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
56, Mike, 56.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them come?
A big seam, and he might go all the way. 20. Touchdown, Packers. Nick Chubb, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Jonathan Allen, his 2nd sack of the night.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
Mike, six. Mike, six. Double dog. That's the way. Hey, check. Delta. Six, Mike, six. Bandit. Mike, six. Mike, six. Let's go, tackle.
Just beating the play clock. Stafford. The throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, 2nd year, even more success. A pick 6 for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really started to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year 1. By year 2, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there.
Come on, fellas.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Set.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground, and the Packers pick it up. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. A quick pass out to Juju. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point up and good by Crosby, and the route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Lions
Here we go.
take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Stafford. He completes it to Jones. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Blue 60! Here
we go. Here we go.
Now Stafford. Now they go screen. It's complete. And some space here. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point good by Prater, and that will get him one closer.
The score, Packers 35, Lions 7.
And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ball game.
Jump, five.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker, and he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely, and from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Amendola's got it, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Throwing is Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Go, go.
Hey, check Mike. Mike 6.
Now it's Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Here we go. Hey, check Mike. Mike 6.
Hey, Haywood.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Looking deep for Adams. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check.
Back north.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. He'll have a first down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Check 50.
Zoom.
Motion.
Hey, check 26.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him.
Brings up second down.
Hey, check 26. Go to 50.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 43. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Go!
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Desmond Trufant there making the tackle.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 31-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers escaping the pressure right. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Certainly appeared like they had a great chance of that turning into a touchdown, but maybe led him just a bit too much.
Yeah, out of the back of the end zone. That's tough on a 5-yard pass, but one of that distance, that can be tough to gauge when you're in the back of the end zone. That's out to Chubb, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
It's now 3rd down.
6-6, bullet high. Hey, Echo.
Let's get that ball right here. Under 10. Under 10.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Knocking it away there defensively, Justin Coleman.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On 2nd and 10, Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
Drill right, 22.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
Hey, high 7.
6. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. Check.
Out of the gun, Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. And it's a 15-yard pickup, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet? And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Stafford will stay out there. He'll lead his guys up to go for it on 4th down.
Check Mike, Mike 6, Mike 6.
Watch the slants. Hey, wahoo! Easy, alert!
Mike 6. Mike 6.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
So they will go for it. Stafford. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the ground, it's Chubb shedding the tackle. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. And Justin Coleman brings him down. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Flushed out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Rodgers on the keeper. Intended for number 82. Incomplete.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down.
Teammate. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Coco, over here.
All day, defense, all day. All day.
Now it's Rodgers. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter play. Back now at Lambeau. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Hey, watch this, watch this.
Check 9, check 9. Big 20.
Play action. Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Kendricks in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Stafford now to throw. To the right and complete to Galladay. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
A 9-yard gain on the play.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And it's caught here, Amendola. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 17. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. To throw is Stafford. Looking downfield for Jones. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Hey, Charlie.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Over.
Now Chubb running right.
Next time, son.
Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
Rodgers going to throw. Looking for Gronkowski, and he's got him complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
You got motion man. You got motion man right there.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On 2nd and 2, Rodgers. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
You got nothing.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Mike 51.
Check 30. Hey, exit. Flip it down.
To throw is Rodgers. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 19. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. But it'll be 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead. But I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
And this is going to be incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. The kick by Crosby is good, and they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Stafford. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
The Lions on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Yo, 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 yo. Yo. 56 to Mike. 56 is the mic. In your face.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And that is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down.
You don't want it.
The Lions go for it on fourth. It's Stafford. And this is incomplete. The Lions turned away on fourth down. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
Hey, 88.
Let's go. Hey, let's get this. Mike 50.
Put a 50.
Back.
There he goes right side. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Well, he had 2 sacks earlier. Now he has 4 total tackles for a loss after that play.
Well, they obviously have to do a better job trying to block him. But short of that, you know what the quarterback has to do? Make sure he doesn't hand it to him when he's back there thinking he's one of his own guys. His quickness, his suddenness, his speed getting into the offense's backfield has been something else in this game.
59.
Mike 6.
Now on 2nd and 13. Stafford. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
258.
Switch.
Rodgers throwing here. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running play.
And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Looking to throw again on second down. Stafford. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Set. 180.
Check.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Here's Stafford. He's going to let it fly. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Let's go.
29-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So that'll do it for my...